Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to the Spanish campaign where, well, we've been kind of consolidating our position since our victory over Japan. You can see a fair amount of time has elapsed. It looks like Germany is trying to eat China, which isn't great. Looking at the state of the world, Britain and the US very similar in economy, but not in fleet tonnage. The US at just under 800,000, the British at 4.5 million tons of ship, and the US has gone very heavy on light ships. Or lighter ships. I'm not sure how heavy cruiser counts as light, but you know what I mean. Very interesting situation among the top two. Next is France. Pretty reasonable, relatively small capital ship fleet. Germany are probably our closest rivals at the moment. They're at 406 economy. We're at 586, so we are ahead of them in terms of economy, and I think fleet size as well. Yeah, we were on 1.5 million tons. They're on 400,000, which is probably those two battleships. Japan, China, and Russia are all really suffering. They're not really that important. However, Germany seems to actually quite like us, which is interesting. I've not been doing any Project Amigos or anything. I'm just kind of letting this do its thing. Looks like China will probably come in against us next. But we have a very nice fleet. And you'll notice it's a bit bigger than the last time you saw it. That is because I have been expanding the fleet. I'm currently building some more Santa Maria de la Rosas. I have also dramatically extended the number of destroyers that we have in service. Now, I am working my way towards the Mark V 16-inch gun. I'm currently on the Mark V 15. Obviously, the 16 will want to start refitting our capital ships. So I think in advance of that, I'm going to refit the Pronta, the Asado, the Bascos, the Almanzas, the Covadongas, the Cortezes. Yes, basically all of their light ships. They're all going to get a refit. I'm just going to do it all in one go, with no commentary, as I have done before when I do like a big block of refits. And then when we get the Mark V 16-inch guns, we will do all of the capital ships, and then we'll be in a really nice position to build some form of super battleship. I think that's the plan for this episode anyway. So I'm going to get to work on all of those refits, and you can enjoy some smooth jazz. Okay, welcome back. We have a little thing to have a go at the Korean Empire, which I am going to say yes to, and just move all the capital ships over there, which is going to take a while for the battleships, which I hadn't realised were all stacked up in one place, which was costing me a lot of money for no reason. But we have a couple of battle cruisers there as well. I will also probably forget about a couple of other battle cruisers, but I'll move them over. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I won't forget, like I forgot to turn my microphone on during this particular clip. Anyway, everything's all in hand, and I'm going to pass back to myself when the invasion is over. Oh, we did it! Okay, very spicy, very nice. Well, that's our former ally, Korea, shown the error of their ways. I'm going to try and actually distribute the ships this time, without them doing a nonsense. But you don't need to see me doing all that stuff. And then I will see you for some refits of the 16-inch armed ships, because we now have the 16-inch Mark V. Oh, yes. Okay, time to refit the 16-inch armed ships. I think we will start with, what's the oldest ship? Santa Rufite. Although they have all had refits, all were built originally around 1945 in the Rise of the 50 cal episode. So obviously going to keep the 16-inch 50s. Can I make the 3-inch guns any longer? Yeah, we can get 40. Let's go 45s, why not? Other upgrades. Gen 3 radar. Full auto-loading guns. And they only have the triple base. Modern 2 armor. That's sweet resistance and the 200% armor quality. Now, what is going to be the best bet here? If we go diesels, we're at 97%. Yeah, diesels for you. Diesels for you. We can bring your range up. Maybe go super diesels. And get them, oh, absolute ton of range. Excellent. That means that these ships, although I might still use them in the invasion fleet, these are now going to be probably retasked. These are the 2 ships that are over in the Pacific. I'm probably going to leave them in port as raiders. So these ships are now going to become commerce raiders, I hope. They should be able to blow up anything they come across. They're not the best ships anymore. They're a little bit on the slow side. But, yeah, all those 6-inch guns plus the 16s, they should be able to deal with most things that they come across. Right, next. Let's do the other battle cruisers next. Let's do the whatever they're called. Those ones. Santa Escolastica. That's what I was trying to remember in my head. Right. Refit mode. No changes to the main gun lengths. Can we make those 2 inches a bit longer? Not really. Gen 5 radar. The upgraded auto loaders. The modern 2 armor. Now these are already running a diesel engine. What about... Yeah, no, they prefer a diesel. It's interesting. 84 tons, eh? Lower their range again. I mean, 26,000 kilometers is actually plenty. But, yeah, slightly different setup, these, to the Santa Rufines. These are well, they are fast. They are basically battleships to supplement the existing line. So I'll keep these guys with the main fleet and use them as extra firepower in the battle line, basically. All right. Next up is the Vendar, which again shouldn't be too difficult to do. Better radar. Wow, they were still unenhanced. Damn. Okay, that's quite the upgrade for them then. Someone did tell me that in the comments, but I thought they were on semi-auto, not enhanced. But okay. No more manual loading of shells for you. Right, we also have a choice of either diesels, which drops me to 98, or gas turbines, which is a bit heavier. So we'll go with diesels in that case. No, not enough to sneakily get maximum bulkheads. Get an Orcs 5? Yeah, we could. We could go for a super diesel with an extended range setup. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Cheeky little upgrade. Lovely. Alright, last but by no means least, the Catalans. Going to refit mode. 50 caliber guns. Lovely stuff. They get the Gen 3 radar and the auto-loading guns. 1, 2 armor, and then yes. Diesels gives us 96. Gas turbines 98. So I think again it makes more sense to go with a diesel. Because we could get maximum bulkheads on these and increase their range. Or I could go... Yeah, let's go super diesels and increased range and maximum bulkheads. That's quite a nice little upgrade for them. Yes, very good. Very good, very good. Yes. Right, well, excellent. That's the last ship to refit. I probably won't bother doing any more refits before the end of the game, because everything has Mark 5 guns, everything has all the engine techs, all the armor. Yeah, I'm not missing any techs, so there's no need to bring any ships in for refits again. Just new designs, I guess. All right, welcome back. It's now 1956. Living in the future. Anyway, all of the refits have been completed. All of the heavy cruisers that I was building have been finished, so the shipyards are standing completely idle. Right, that means we can make a new design. And this is going to be a super battleship. Yes, very good. Super battleship, yes. 32 knots is definitely what we want to be trying to achieve. I'm going to go reduced beam, regular draft, and we're going to go for 80,000. Okay, a little bit less beam reduction then. 80,000 tons. It's going to be even bigger than the ship from the Spanish Yamato episode. Mega towers. It's only like a few hundred tons. Let's go with the Mega Tower 3. Oh, I remember why I went with the smaller one. It just looks slightly more sensible. And then, yeah, let's go with the cheapest, lightest towers. And a big old funnel in the middle. So same. So far, so same. Now, There's two ways I could approach this. I could either go for an ABX 19-inch armed ship, or I could go for an ABX Y18. Do you know what? Well, if I let's so we're almost certainly going to be using triples, whatever we're doing. If I have TNT full base standard base, and then I want both of these to be 50s, just so I can compare apples to apples. So the 18 has a rate of fire of 1.28 rounds a minute. And at like 30,000 meters, getting him just under 8% accuracy, and you're able to go through just under 12 inches of armor. This thing can go through 13 inches of armor, 9.5% accuracy, is 0.2 rounds a minute. Oh, I think we go 19s. I hardly ever use 19-inch guns. Let's use 19-inch guns. I'm guessing an enlarged is big enough. Yep. Oh, see, now my temptation is to build the ship you want first, and then go back and build the ship that you can build. Let's aim for a truly ridiculous ship with 12 19-inch guns. Because why the flip not? Oil, probably going to have to be gassed. Ooh. I need another funnel. That could be a bit of an issue. Right, now gas turbines could be 85, 82. Now we'll go diesels. Go double diesel to start with. %, overweight. Yeah, I'll go many bulkheads for a start. Wow, it put a lot of armor on this. Okay, that's actually quite beneficial for me. The question is, what range do I armor against? If I went for... Let's say I went with a 20-inch belt, right? Then we're protected down to about 20,000 meters against our own guns. So that's fine. The turrets don't need 27 inches on them, though. I would say 22 is enough. Deck penetration, I mean, gets ridiculous at very long range. So there's not much I can do about it. I mean, 10-inch is probably the largest thing I can practically do. I don't think this thing is going to get into super close range brawls, but let's go for 3-inch. Again, deck only 3. Top of 11. And then layers. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the quad. the 4 turrets. So we're going to go for a somewhat more pedestrian design. Apologies. I mean, we could still keep the 4 guns, but go 18s. It's just I hardly ever use 19s, so that feels like it might be a bit more fun to try. See, now we're 6% overweight. And 6% is something I might be able to deal with. Inner layers can obviously come down. Oh yeah, we're getting close now. Yeah, there we go. We managed it. Now, as ships go, I would say that's reasonably monstrous. I mean, 80,000 tons is an insanely big ship. And 19-inch guns. Oof. Oof. Oh. No secondaries at all is my only concern. I just don't think they're ever gonna. I don't think they ever get used. Like, genuinely, I don't think. I mean, the accuracy on these guns at 20,000 meters is 23% base. Now, a 6-inch gun has, I mean, that's the range of an 8-inch gun, right? Maximum range of an 18-inch gun, where it's got like a 3% chance to hit. So, at extreme ranges for a secondary gun, this thing is probably going to be laser accurate with the mains. So I'm not going to put any secondary battery on this at all. This is just going to be a pure monster. This is a capital ship killer and invasion fleet. But yeah, this is a battleship killer. That's what this thing is designed to do. Especially if you combine it with our existing 16-inch fleet. And you scatter those 19-inch shells just because these things will absolutely hurt. Like, the amount of pen that we're looking at here is pretty crazy. Because, yeah, 30,000 meters, we're going through a 13-inch belt. Or a 9-inch deck. So if we are engaging at long range and we're getting deck hits, which we probably will, those are going to really hurt. In fact, they're almost impossible to armor against at range. And then once you get under 30,000 meters, where we're more likely to be hitting belts, I mean, you're going to need, yeah, 15, 16-inch belts plus, which the AI doesn't often use. And then if we come up against a particularly tough ship, either at very close or at very long range, it's very difficult to armor against this thing. So yes, I think it'll do very nicely indeed. Let me just go and work out how many of these I can build. Okay, I could get 3 constructed at the moment. They are very expensive, but that's not the problem. The problem is if I add another one, I'm going over my build limit. So I'm going to try and expand the shipyard, although that will take forever. It doesn't actually expand the thing I want anyway. But yeah, I will try and add a second flight of 3, because at 33 months, we're 1956. They will just about be ready before the end of the game, but I don't think I'm going to be able to build more than 6 of these things and actually have them see combat. But yeah, there we go. A different sort of episode, just all building and refitting and looking at the map, but hopefully you've enjoyed it anyway. And we'll see who's going to have a go at us. Because look, the British don't like us anymore. That could also be very interesting, because a war with Britain is going to be global instantly. But it's also going to see the action return to the Med, because I really want Gibraltar, Malta, and Cyprus. So, yeah, that could be very interesting. Although any land combat is going to be an absolute nightmare. Because they have double the army logistics that I do, and we do share a land border here. Small issue. Small issue. I also share land borders here, right? Yeah. Fucking army. Okay, I've calmed down now. That's one of the really crap things about playing Spain. Yes, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Airborne Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.